list of regards to the fellow members of the Alpha branch of the Utopia. And now, commencing video.
Hello everyone, my name is the one and only Silverreploid CLA. How are you guys doing on YouTube? That's right, the Silverreploid / Inkling coming at you live looking fresh in the flesh on the net, stream or non-stream, and welcome back everyone to another video. First things first, hope you guys are having a very blessed and safe Monday this far, and let's just jump into our first and only upload for the day. I don't know, but we'll see. But before I get into that, as we already know yesterday, the Splatfest Frosty Fest rerun has concluded, and of course the winner has been determined, which happens to be Team Present, which was a team that me and many others were on. But GG to everyone who took part of the fest, even though, I'm not gonna clarify further, but just GG's to everyone who had been partaking in the fest altogether, even though it was a rerun. Had a very great time and everything, so that's out of the way. And of course, secondly, we are officially under 20 subscribers away to not only reach 29,500 subscribers, but also determining the winner of the giveaway series, our very first giveaway on this channel. Guys, thank you all so much for subscribing, and we're literally almost close to, well, I'm literally almost close to giving away the grand prize, which is this. And of course, if you need details in regards to how to obtain this in the giveaway competition, well, not competition, but please refer to the giveaway details located in the comment section pinned. And yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and get started reacting to our next SCP video that we have. This is SCP-035, the Possessive Mask. And guys, I wonder what this is about, but we'll see. I hope it's not too ominous like the other ones that I've seen, but either way, guys, it's all the reason to find out. But before we get to that, guys, for those who are new to the channel, thank you all very much as always for tuning in, and of course giving the channel a very excellent glimpse. Just adjusting the lighting a little bit on my ceiling fan. Got it for Christmas last year. And yeah, with that being said, guys, your everlasting love and support are greatly appreciated by yours truly. Do not hesitate to like this video if you enjoyed it. Leave your comments down below, and of course please subscribe for more with the notifications activated. Also, big shout outs to the members on behalf of the Utopian branch, aka the membership branch. If you too also want to become a member on behalf of the channel, please refer to the join button, review the perks, and when you join, the perks will be granted to you by yours truly. Make sure you also subscribe to SCP Explained for more of their explanatory animations of the SCP. As always, guys, I'm going to add the channel in the usual areas: DCO, description, comments, and the outro. And with that being said, everyone, let's go ahead and into this video. We shall see how it goes, and that'll be all for today's reactions. Rolling clip now.
The SCP Foundation does their best to live up to their famous namesake. They secure and contain anomalies and monsters from all around the world.
There were too many anomalies that we've seen so far.
Off-world, and protect the public from the dangers that these strange entities might pose. However, despite their efforts to maintain security and keep their subjects under lock and key, there are sometimes creatures so clever, so devious, and so determined to escape their captivity and wreak havoc on the world, that even the SCP Foundation struggles to keep them from getting free. One example is SCP-035, or the Possessive Mask. SCP-035 is one of the most dangerous test subjects in SCP Foundation custody, and its mere presence at the Foundation has resulted in untold damage, death, and destruction. It seems innocent enough to the untrained eye. The mask, which resembles a classic white porcelain comedy mask, though it occasionally changes its expression to tragedy, has been in existence since at least the 1800s. In the late 19th century, the Foundation discovered the mask in a sealed crypt beneath an abandoned home in Venice. It is unknown how it got there, or how the Foundation knew to look for it. If there was ever an explanation for its discovery, it has long since been removed or redacted from the Foundation's archives. You're probably wondering, how can a simple mask leave multiple seasoned Foundation employees dead? Well, like everything at the SCP Foundation, this mask is not what it seems. There's a reason its classification is Keter, a designation that refers to an entity that's excessively difficult to contain, and it couples this difficulty with a pronounced hostility towards human life, and the ability to cause widespread destruction in the event of a containment breach. These are the qualities that the poor unfortunate souls assigned to guard SCP-035 would come to understand all too well. The Possessive Mask is a parasitic entity,
like any other SCP, I'm
constantly
assuming
seeking
that
out
this
a host
one in
willing to
particular
put
is a
it on.
handful.
Any human being in the mask's proximity experiences a sudden, unexplainable urge to put it on, and once they do, there's no going back.
Why would they
SCP Foundation
obsess to
research
put it
has
on in the first
determined that
place?
once a host has put on the mask, their brain waves are replaced with an alternative pattern, this one coming from the mask, rendering the host effectively brain dead. Once the host's brain function has been eliminated, the mask takes over, piloting their body and even speaking through them. However, the mask can only occupy a host for a small amount of time before the body begins to decay and decompose, eventually rotting away completely, leaving nothing but desiccated flesh and bones where there once was a person. SCP-035 is capable of possessing any humanoid being, whether that's an actual human being or a lifeless humanoid shape. Despite all their research, the SCP Foundation unknowingly gave the mask all the tools and resources it needed to break containment and leave a trail of bodies in its wake. For a time, the mask was given host privileges, meaning that it was purposely allowed to occupy a host in order to speak with the scientists studying it. In order to avoid murky ethical issues, the host was usually something inanimate like a mannequin or a statue. These conditions, however unsettling, allowed the researchers to carry out interviews with the consciousness housed inside the mask.
Wait, so even if you're trying to mask on a mannequin, which is not moving, or a certain object that has a human-like humanoid figure, if you were to apply the mask, that actually makes them move? It's no wonder it is called one of the most difficult SCP entities to contain as a Keter-based SCP. That's freaking frightening.
In the hope of beginning to understand it and its motivations. However, SCP-035 lost all access to its host privileges after it almost pulled off an unprecedented, shocking, and nearly catastrophic escape attempt. In its early days at the facility, when it was still allowed host privileges, it was contained in a triple-locked room and monitored by several research personnel. These were experienced researchers who had been with the Foundation for a minimum of 5 years each, an unusually long tenure in such a dangerous and mentally corrosive line of work. These research staff members were thought to be the most capable of handling interactions with the mask and be able to resist its attempts at manipulation. Unfortunately, these assumptions were naive and seriously underestimated the mask's power. Research on the mask indicates that the mask is incredibly intelligent and a skilled manipulator. It has a photographic memory, intelligence that would rank it in the 99th percentile of humans, and the ability to incite dramatic changes in the behavior and people that it talks to. One particularly infamous interview between the entity and an unnamed doctor at the Foundation suggested that the mask may even possess telepathic abilities. The mask was able to give details about the doctor's life
So it's not
that
just
no
a
one
mask
else
per
was
se,
privy
it's a
to,
mask full with
including
such
knowledge of an affair that his wife was having.
unfathomable
Following the interview,
incantations.
the doctor suffered a psychotic break and committed suicide just 24 hours later. The mask is able to use its superior intelligence, charismatic personality, and mind-reading abilities to get inside the heads of those it speaks with. It will pull out any and all psychological stops to get what it wants, leaving broken minds and spirits in its wake. It was really only a matter of time before it used this skill set to its advantage and attempted to escape its confinement. The day of the escape attempt was like any other. The research staff, a team of 3 intelligent, experienced men, checked into the facility, measured the conditions of the mask's containment unit, and began the process of interviewing the mask like normal. Its motions were slow and looked to require great effort, as its current host was beginning to degrade beyond use. The mask was attached to the blank face of a mannequin, and corrosive black liquid could be seen oozing from its eye and mouth holes.
God.
This liquid is excreted by the mask at a near constant rate, and it's thought to be at least partially responsible for the accelerated decay of the host bodies. In spite of the entity's unsettling, nightmarish appearance, it was just another day's work for the men assigned to monitor SCP-035, and so they carried on with their daily routine. Everything was going according to plan until one of the men, Dr. Jones, began to behave erratically. He demanded that his fellow scientists leave him alone with the mask for a while, and allow him to engage in a private conversation with it. It is unknown what exactly the two spoke about while the other 2 scientists were absent, as the security footage captured had no sound. However, several minutes into the conversation in the footage, Dr. Jones can be seen dissolving into a fit of tears, laying on the ground and shaking with sobs as the mask dispassionately watches. He then climbs onto his knees, begging the mask for something, before he embraces it. He holds the mannequin in his arms for 5 straight minutes, weeping again before they separate. After this disturbing emotional display, Dr. Jones brought the other scientists back into the room with him. What happened next is still uncertain, but there are a few things that we know for sure. The other scientists began to speak with the mask. In later interviews, the other scientists were bordering on incoherent babbling about various traumas from their lives. One repeatedly referred to a drunk driving accident where a dear friend was killed, and he was at fault. Another simply cried out for his mother again and again. Whatever the mask said to them, it was enough to completely destroy their mental health.
Oh, so
After the two scientists had been emotionally devastated by the mask, Dr. Jones escalated the situation further. Dr. Jones removed the mask from the decaying mannequin body, and shocking everyone who had later reviewed the security footage, placed it onto his own face. Once the mask was in place, the security footage ends. At the command of the mask, which was now speaking through Dr. Jones, the other two men switched off all security camera monitoring SCP-035's containment facility. The mask, piloting the body of Dr. Jones like a horrible fleshy puppet, made its way through the facility, avoiding detection until it reached the exit doors, where it was finally stopped by a team of over a dozen security guards. Knowing the dangers of touching the mask, all Foundation employees involved in the recontainment of SCP-035 refused to remove it from Dr. Jones' face. Instead, he was placed in the locked room with the mask still on, left alone to be observed over the security cameras until his body had decomposed beyond use. His body paced back and forth in the cell for days, flesh rotting and dropping away only until sinew and bone remained. Only when the bones began to turn black and brittle, crumbling apart into dust, did the body finally stop moving. His family was notified. The mask was carefully removed from what was left of his body, and his remains were destroyed. The other two scientists involved in the SCP-035 escape attempt were terminated, and their files destroyed. After this incident, a few more failed escape attempts, and the acknowledgement of the devastation that could have been caused if the mask had made its way out into the general population, SCP-035 lost its host privileges altogether. Several research staff protested this decision, insisting that there was more to be learned from speaking with the entity, and citing valuable information that it had given about other SCPs. However, the risk was determined to considerably outweigh the potential reward, and the request to reinstate 035's host privileges were denied. Several staff members went so far as to erupt into violent outbursts on 035's behalf, attacking their supervisors who refused to provide the mask with a new host, clawing at them with animalistic rage. Any staff members that submitted a request to reinstate said privileges were considered a security threat and reassigned to a different SCP, or in some cases, terminated. Any staff member who had direct contact with SCP-035 was also terminated, in order to avoid the risk of any more staff-aided escape attempts. The mask is now kept in a hermetically sealed glass case, and there is a psychologist on call to provide assistance to anyone guarding it, in case of adverse effects on their mental health from the mask's presence. Personnel that work around the mask, even in its current dormant state, experience frequent violent outbursts and a higher rate of suicide. Even without a host, the mask's corrosive effects have spread across its containment facility. The walls of the room have begun to secrete the same black liquid that emanates from the mask, which tests have revealed to be highly contaminated human blood that damages the structural integrity of the walls following prolonged contact. This blood has begun to form patterns on the walls, spelling out words and phrases in Italian, Latin, Greek, and Sanskrit, as well as depicting drawings of ritual sacrifice and mutilation. Staff members also report hearing unintelligible whispering and horrifying high-pitched laughter when in proximity to the mask. Further exposure to the mask results in migraines, hemorrhaging around the eyes, mouth, and nose, and an eventual psychotic break. Between the corrosive substance appearing on the walls and the physical and psychological damage to employees, SCP-035 is becoming increasingly difficult to contain, and there are debates among staff as to whether the entity can, in fact, be contained at all. As soon as possible, SCP-035 will be moved into a new containment facility, and its previous cell will be isolated from the rest of the Foundation's property and destroyed for the safety of all involved.
But what
good
would
hope
it
that
do,
the new
though,
containment procedures
despite
are
that?
more effective than the last ones, and that this mask never makes its way into the world again. If it does, who knows how many lives it will claim. In the meantime, if you ever come across a strange mask and feel a nearly uncontrollable urge to put it on, ignore the whispered pleas to just try it. Ignore the echoing laughter and the sensation of something older and more powerful than you can imagine rummaging through your deepest, darkest secret thoughts. Turn around and run as fast as you can in the other direction.
Yep.
you'll be glad that you did.
Exactly. That tells a majority of us some things about something as heinous as that. And of course, given that some people's unfathomable obsession of trying to mask on when many dangers lie within it, well, tens of thousands of dangers might lie within it if they were to apply it on. Okay, so the possessive mask. Basically, it's like not just a magical mask per se, but also a dangerous figure that anyone would be obsessed to try it on if they would like to. Like, if you think that it's some sort of mask that you would wear at a festival or something, yeah, it's best to think twice. Yeah, just twice, not 3 times, 4 times, or many other times, more than that amount of times. Just, don't even fall for it. Don't even count on it because, well, you never know what might transpire to you. Like I said, it might affect your mental health and whatnot. I don't even wear masks all that often, that much. Heck, as a matter of fact, I still got that Foxy mask in my closet that I got years ago, one Halloween, and yeah, even though that's not relatable to the possessive mask on here, but yeah, so that thing is bad news. Even if you try to contain it to prevent it from spreading its incantations like plague, yeah, I can see why they classified it as one of the most dangerous and difficult SCPs to contain. Because, well, I was on the verge of saying that it's one of the most dangerous and one of the top dangerous SCPs is an understatement at first, but after seeing all that, it makes you think otherwise, right? Yeah. At least now we know exactly what to do when it comes to encountering a mask like that, or some masks that are relatable to that, given its capabilities and everything. When a human being, even a mannequin, yeah, keep that mask away from your grocery stores, because you see many mannequins when it comes to clothing and whatnot. Keep that away from there, or just like, there's also what you can do with it to kind of like prevent it from spreading its dangerous incantations to anything or anybody and whatnot. You just can't like freaking, even when you put chains on it. But they did clarify as to what might happen if there was like, well, you saw. Anyway guys, that right there was my reaction to SCP-035, the possessive mask, where it entails what that mask can do when it comes into contact with human faces or mannequin faces, etc. Anything that has a humanoid correlation and whatnot. But yeah, I need to remind myself, I need to make a mental note to never come across a mask that's as degenerate as what we saw on the documentation. But yep, either way guys, hope you guys enjoyed the reaction to this SCP explanatory animation. And if you did, as always guys, smack the like button because it really keeps us going. Leave your comments down below and please subscribe for more with notifications activated. Make sure you also subscribe to SCP Explained for more of their explanatory animations. Channels provided in the description, comments in the outro, and guys, my social media, Twitch, and my song list are provided in the description of the video. If you also wish to commission a song made by yours truly that you can use for your content, etc., please do not hesitate to hit me up via social media. We'll go from there for I do song commissions. Once again guys, thank you all so much for getting us almost close to 29,500 subscribers. Not only that, but also getting close to determining the winner of the giveaway, because I am ready to really give this away. So once again guys, if you need details in regards to the giveaway, please refer to the comment section pinned. And yeah, with that being said, this is me, Silverreploid signing off for now. I love you guys, stay fresh in the flesh and off the hook, and on behalf of the Utopia, I will catch every single one of you in the next video. Have a blessed and safe Monday everyone, and I'll see you again soon. Love you guys. If you love music, and if you would like to partake in support of my channel by purchasing music, please refer to my song list down below. Hey guys, Silverreploid here. I want to thank all of you for watching this video. Please smash on the like button, subscribe for more content if you're new, and please turn on the push notifications. And also, please make sure you check out my other videos or any video on display and show tons of love and support for not only me, but to those who are also involved. Have a great one, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!